Welcome back everybody into another backtesting session. As you can see, what we were where we left this time, we were after 2 wins, we closed the second batch of trades from 5 to 10 with a total of overall gain of 3% after 10 trades. Not especially good, but as you can see, as you know, we took some poor trades and not taking full, not being fully conscious about the timing, about the price action. Anyway, we're going to start again. Remember, this is the week of the what's the word, NFP, which we will have on Friday. We finish this day, this session. We're going to jump into next London session on Wednesday. There you go, London session. Today we have the ADP, non-farm payment employment change, which usually give an idea of the sort of the NFP, but not always, of course, because it's the private sector. So let's keep it here inside. This is the start of the new London session. You go there. As you can see, we start from 3%. We're going to risk, as always, the 2% per trade. So where are we? Here, under 1 minute. Still being respected this PSA. Let's check here. So we went very bearish after this wedge being created. We reacted at this previous 1751, and then we made a double top at the key level. So what am I expecting is two things, two possibilities. One, that this was a liquidity grab at this supply high demand zone. So now price, we are seeing it bullish. London making a lower wick, bouncing up on the hour time frame back into the range, or of course getting a rejection, continuation of the bearish trend, looking very closely the reaction at this previous PSA and possible double bottom with safe buys back up above this key level. Safe sells would only be below here and safely below the key level. There you go. So today we have ADP in 5 hours. We're going to start from London session to see if we have trading opportunities arising for us, being very aware of the event that we have in a few hours. So we just start, we move. So as you can see, London open, made a top wick, and then is closing below the key level. We have this bearish trend line that we can print, we can chart. Of course, it's just a visual representation. Let me put the okay, let me put, you can go here even, very good. Let me put some PSAs, and there you go. Look where it reacted, exactly this previous PSA. We have this one, but we have a much recent one, which is here with the candle body. We have the key level. We have this one, which as you can see, has been respected multiple times, but is exactly where it caused the reaction over here now. Of course, we are still in a consolidation period, so this was not, maybe it will, in insight it is entry. If you have the checklist, is yes, makes sense with the trend line, makes sense with this PSA, makes sense in the overall trend. Then you have the confirmation of the breaking below even this PSA. So weak go down, London session making a lower a top wick and then closing below. It's a very high risk, I would say, entry. We are still in time to take it because we are only 10 pips, but we don't have the confirms yet of the price trending, so it will not be my setup. Also, keep in mind that we have this PSA. This is an intermediate PSA. So let me put it like this, because as you can see, always causing reactions, but not always causing price to reject. Okay, there you go. The trend line is there. The price points are here. Okay, so we decided not to take this entry. We just 1 minute into London session open. If we see a retest here, then we can consider a high risk high reward entry with a confirmation, maybe not just the first candle, but we also have this PSA and this PSA to take advantage of with nice range. Okay, let's move. Okay, we have the retest. Okay, no actual top wick of this candle. Let's see how this one moved. Stay okay. Okay, so this one is the setup that I usually talk about, is the when the previous candle stays all the time above, and then in the last 10, 15, 5 seconds, then it gets rejected. It doesn't have time to close bearish, but still, you see, this is the last price action in this candle, and the next one can just melt down. Why? Because we don't need another top wick. So let's do it like this. So we have bullish candle. So this is our PSA. We have bearish candle, bullish candle that stays like this all time, and then just in the last few seconds it dips below, it gets rejected and closes below, as you can see. In this case, even the wick was not even above the PPL, so sort of mistake here. And you see that in the end, the candle closes really weak, bullish, with a top wick. But this wick was not made at the first few seconds, it was made at the end. So this is just order flow that can confirm that this top wick is exactly the same as we see a top wick, and then if we see a top wick and then melt it down below. So this is another concept that I am looking at, and of course in insight this would have been already 17 pips. We don't care, we just want to explain this concept. Safe selves will be below here, and we have to watch the reaction at this intermediate PSA. Okay, this is a further confirm. Let's see how it moved. Okay, exactly the same concept. You see how it ended up going below. So this is a high risk high reward entry for me. Even with 10 pips, you can take advantage of it. With 20 pips just to revisit this one, and 30 pips at least to go to the previous lows. We have London session hourly candle having the top wick, not a big one, but still top wick, and then we are going below. If you want to be extra safe, of course, we wait more minutes, and it's actually what I want to do, because we are still in a ranging zone. As you can see, yes, will be still valid, but not the price action I want to see. Exactly. Okay. We are still in a range, so this setup for me is not something I would take. Okay. So now this is much more confirms price breaking below and trending, because we have created this one. If we see a break below this PSA, I might consider taking entries. Rejection exactly the same point. Okay, let's see now the next candle. If we make a top wick, okay, not a nice candle body close, probably went down, then up. Not really what I would like to see, especially with these lows over here. So my checklist is yet to be filled. And remember, we still have a lot of time. Let's see now this candle, if it shows us the same concept as before. You see how different is the order flow here compared to the one that I was explaining here. It was making the wick already at 30 seconds, not in the end. So not a good price action confirms. Back into the range, a reaction again, this PSA. Nice, not my setup, but nice reaction here, confirming you that buyers are not able to push much up the price. So I just want to confirm even here or below. Okay, let's see the next candle. Top wick, very aggressive, so you see no entry. Nice again, reaction here. Is the second top, but still in the range, so no entry yet for me. Okay, not a nice body close. Okay, if this one made a top wick, I would be much happier, but we still have these previous lows. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, here I am. Okay, as you can see, we are closing below this previous PSA. It's not something that I would chart, because I mean, it's something to take into consideration, not this previous is not a price points of interest. Okay, now we are closing below. No top wick yet. So straight melting. Okay, so now we have, let's see how it closes. Okay, it makes a nice body. That's what I wanted to see. Top wick and then nice body. So let's see, is this a good entry? Let's put our checklist. One, London open showing very fine. Two, price moving, price trending. Three, main bias is bearish. Four, break below PSA. Five, no retest yet. No, which is a bad point. It's not confirmed. But let's see on the hourly time frame how much space. And okay, so as you can see, we have this is the hourly lows here. So I will be extra cautious since this is the new hour. Okay, so you see this is the new hour open. So 6 price at hourly low, just report 7 and let's open. So in inside we had this nice entry, this nice entry. We kind of missed this entry. Oh, where is the PSA? Okay, yeah, we added the PSA over here, but we were still in a range. We wanted to have safe, extra safe. So I got to say that the high risk high reward entries would have played out very, very nicely for like 40, 50 pips, 30 pips. I'm not taking the entry now because of the hourly price points we are in. Yes, we might get 20, 30 pips, but I want to see a stronger close below this key level now on the 1 minute time frame. If we have a nice retest, then I want to take advantage of this full range and weak fills before potentially going up for our double bottom. This is we're planning with double bottom. So I'm going to stay out of it. Let's see the next one. Okay. Okay, as you can see, oh, nice rejection. You see prices failing to break below again, but buyers are not pushing price much up. Multiple rejections, so I might consider now a close if you close this below. Okay. No confirms yet. Okay, so the entry like here, we have 15 pips, we have at least 30 pips. We can even give 10 pips above these previous weak side candle bodies. Is a very high risk, but if you want to take advantage of this full range and weak fill, I'm going to take it. 10 pips. And of course, the TP will be around here. Of course, live possible entries would have been here, but it's okay, whatever. Okay, not a nice price action, as you can see, and we have a loss. 11 L. Okay, this one is not valid anymore. As you can see, reaction at these previous lows, and the hourly, as you can see, is rejecting this previous PSA. It's fine. We never know. We might have had a nice candle, a weak fill over here. Okay, so now we are starting to see opposite trend. We still have this PSA. We might consider taking entries above here or above here on the opposite side. This is our first confirmation of rejection. We see a shift in momentum. Actually, this, of course, this one is just 10 pips. This might have been already a nice entry because we have a break and a retest of these previous lows, and it's not like we are back into this range. We still don't have any price sensitivity area on the left hand side, so we see a lower wick. Then if you can take an entry here, give it like 10-15 pips. You can even just give 10 pips. Let's go slower. Okay, so no, doesn't allow you to. Here, let me just go slower. Okay, there's no data over there, so that's why it isn't like this. Okay, doesn't matter. We take our entry, 10 pips. In with the confirmation, if I have the checklist, I have one rejection of hourly loads, two break and retest of PSA, we yes, we are still in clean bullish candles for setup candle pattern as usual, and then what is on the opposite side is counter and trade. I will utilize to PSA close, which is here, but we want to take advantage of the shifting momentum to even just like if we revisit these previous lows, we are good to go. Might be a loss, might be a bad trade. As you can see, we get punished for having 10 pips. Yeah, we get punished for the late entry here. Because if you enter around here, 10 pips, then you don't get stopped out. So you get over there. But it is what it is. Let's take a second loss. Doesn't matter. Let's say we enter here. It's this exact same thing, the loss. So it's 12 loss. I think I'm being greedy with using 10 pips, while I usually use 15 pips stop loss. And let's take the loss. We don't care. We see again a rebound from the same PSA. So now we saw that it goes at least 15 pips. So I'm not picking the entry, but your trade idea is still valid. Actually, your trade idea should still be active, because if you take 10 pips is just a stupid stop loss, and the entry was really bad. If you enter here, the stop loss will be still active. This is a clean, much cleaner break and retest, as you can see, and this is another candle setup. Weak, nice body candle close. Let's see if we have a retest over here. No wick on the bottom. Another high risk entry. Do I want to take it? Do I have the confirms? Now 10 pips. Yes, let's take it. Let's see how it goes. I mean, the confirms are the same. Now we are seeing price trending, clearly trending. You are anticipating the trend, the continuation of the trend. So we have the buys. Okay, not a nice price action. I will not ever take the full stop loss. So not setting, of course, but just leaving to 10 pips instead of the full 15. As you can see, this is not the price action, but we're still reacting to these previous highs. Okay, you see this is a multiple reaction, and this PSA in real time, you can even take your 2 pips and get out. I just want to see, to stay mechanical and see whatever happens. Actually, I want even to take it at the first 15 pips stop loss, to be completely honest, to accept the full loss. Okay, but as you can see, we created a flat candle body support, just staying in the trade, avoiding the noise. You are not seeing anything, and even if you get the full stop loss, you just take the loss, and you was pre-planned. So now we are up 20 pips, still not this is already okay, still not the what's the word, the TP1, but let's see if we have some reaction at this PSA. As you can see, but we are still breaking above. Okay, let's see if we get to our 30 pips. TP1. Not really looking good. So you might consider taking at least break even, or put the stop loss over here. Now makes no sense to take the full stop loss after all this price action, but still not breaking below these previous highs yet. Okay, we got to 30 pips, as you can see. So we go to break even, we close partials, 80%, 13 is a win. There you go. Very, very important to avoid the noise. The 1 minute time frame is very good for entries, but you have to be aware of the noise that it might be. So you go to break even. Now you just let it run. This is a key level. So as you can see, it was expected a reaction. You can start a break even for your 20%. So now we are back into the range. We are almost, let's say we take 1 hour break and we go back to New York session. Remember, we have the ADP. Okay, this is New York. Open. Of course, we have 15 minutes of I'm going to be as well. 45 over here. So you see, this is a big range. We took advantage of the buys in this bullish momentum. Reaction in this PSA. We know that this is a PSA. We saw the reaction. We took very high risk entries. we saw the reaction again, but still price closing above and then reacting again on this PSA plan and going to the P. Now we're going to wait for the ADP in 15 minutes. So not taking any entry. So this is New York Open, making a top week. Let's go on the hourly time frame. Here, as you can see, how we got the rejection. We are closing above. To continue up, I would like to see a retest of the key level and then continuation up. For New York, especially if the news report is bad for the US economy, we're going to want to take the other trade. So, as you can see, this is exactly the lower wick I was talking about at the key level. Okay. Let's see, as you can see, is failing to break below this our pre-planned PSA. They're expecting already lower than previous jobs created. So we're gonna be very aware of it. You see, this was the nice reaction. Of course, I won't take any entry the minute before the news, as you can see here. So this was less than previous and but better than expected. So we might get another retest of this. It can be either way. It can be either bullish because it's much less than previous. That is a very sensitive period where we want strong rebound from the labor market, but it's still better than expected. This forecast was much buffered probably, so I'm expecting price to go up. Let's see now the candle moving, the news candle making a lower wick, closing above. This is a 20 pips. If we see a strong movement above these previous low highs, or eventually safer above this one, we can take buys, in my opinion. Look where it reacted, exactly here. So let's see where it moves. Okay, nice rejection. We still don't have clear the trend, the investor sentiment. There is some rejection over here, as you can see. There is some rejection of this PSA and of the key level. As per my bias, I could even, when I see price doing this, so don't watch the wicks. So we had New York opening, top wick, lower wick, reaction of the PSA, then news made a quick lower wick to grab liquidity, look at we close, and we're not closing below the key level. So the main thing is still bullish, and I might take an entry if I see a candle, this candle body going above here. So we go slightly slower to see if we go above. Looks like we're going to close in the range with a strong rejection. So nice, no entry, still failing to break below here. So this is the whipsaw that was caused by the mixed sentiment of the ADP. So no fighting, so no, okay. This is exactly the opposite side of this thing, we're seeing strong bearish action. We're still in the range, so that's why we don't take any entry unless we broke below above here. Let's see now if we have now the opposite trending sentiment. This was a nice candle, as you can see, just to show you. Look how bullish it was at time, and got immediately completely corrected. Reaction here at the bottom of the range. No entry for me. Sorry. Not a nice body. And we're back into the whipsaws and the ranging market. What I suggest is, unless we see a clear price action now, we wait for New York Stock Exchange open. As you can see, many whipsaws here, multiple failure to break this PSA. But are we in a bearish trend? I'm not sure. Or not. That's not clear to me. As you can see. Okay, so the new hour open around here, top wick, and then going below. As you can see, made a top wick and then is failing to break below. So we might even get a retest of this previous PSA. Let's see if we get some strong closures below this previous PSA, or more recently below around here. Nice candle body engulfing all the previous candles. Top wick. Let's see if we get a rejection and a nice candle body below. Nope. So let's just see. Now, see how we are just ranging. This is the candle with the nice candle body below. Over here, we are still at these previous lows, because this should be actually something like this. So if we see a candle body closing like here, much stronger, we can take into consideration sells. Okay, so here you see, and you also see now nice order confirmation. This is setup sells. Might be rushed because of the ranging, the price sensitivity area that we have on the left. But I'm seeing from the new hour that at least we're going to revisit this previous PSA on the left hand side after these multiple rejections, and let's see. Even if we get a loss, we are fine. Okay, as you can see, we are up 15 pips, not much. Thought it was more this range, but let's see where it goes. As you can see, very strong. We are reacting here. If we get a rejection and move up, whatever, we take our loss. Okay, we took our loss. Here it's 14 loss. Okay, I already know the mistake. Look at the time where I took the trade. 10 minutes before New York Stock Exchange opening. That was my mistake. because I should have waited for the stock exchange opening. You see, I get rushed by just get too much zoomed in, and I lose the focus. New York Stock Exchange opening, making the lower wick, closing up, but we are still in the range. We have a top wick. Let's see if we close strong. But remember that we are still in the range. We have an entry here. This was our price point. We reacted it. And that's so stupid by me. I sold here against this resistance / support. That is okay. So let's see the next candle if we can take a buys, and I will tell you that the checklist for the buys is mainly on the high time frame. Checklist. Okay. You have to change lower link to lower link hourly candle close. Three. I want a clean. I want a wick even to the key level or to the PSA, and then flip bullish. Let's see if we get it. Okay, possibly with this one, lower wick. And then closing with a nice body in continuation up. I want to take advantage of all this liquidity from these previous lows. We might even get a retest. We are 10 minutes above the new hourly candle. I want to take it. Will not, because we are 10 minutes to the new hourly candle that make a retest to the key level and then continuation up. I already made the mistake here. As you can see, still look why timing is very important. New hourly candle, exact opening. If it gets a retest of the key level and then continuation up, I will take the entry. No wick. Not what I would like to see. No flips bullish. Okay, so what do we have here? So let's clean a little bit the chart. Remove this nice PSA. So as you can see here, this one is not involved anymore. This is what causes the reaction. This is the hourly lows. I sold at the hourly lows. How stupid am I? Where did I sell? Yes, it was too close to the range. It was too close. Actually taken here, but anyway, we see higher low, reaction this previous PSA, break above, very impulsive, you cannot really take it. What's the timing? New York Stock Exchange making the lower wick failing to break again, giving you the confirmation, as you can see this line, giving you the confirmation that price is probably not to break below again, and then you have this from here, break and retest, failing to break below again this PSA, break and retest of this PSA, very close to the key level. We didn't take any trade because we were close to the hourly candle open and close. We were waiting for the lower wick, we didn't get it. Let's see, here, this must be a nice retest in continuation up. What is this PSA about? Is from the early morning, we are close to the key level, so I might take sells and buys above here. There you go. Okay, exactly here, lower wick, nice candle body, 1 second before. Okay, here, let's take our 15 trade, take advantage of the checklist that I just told you. We're going to get a loss. Let's see. Not the cleanest price action. How many pips here? 25 pips. 39 pips. Break even. We can secure 80, 90%. 80%. Over here, 45. So we let the runners, the winners run. So this one goes to the next key level. We are going to trace the stop loss. Okay, double top being created. I would like to get out of the trade. At least we have the 1, 2, 3. So we close it. And the 15th is win. Very good. Let's see price where it will run. Okay, taking out the stop loss. Another nice retest actually. So let's consider it. What's the timing? We are coming towards London close, but we are still half an hour. We might still get quick 10 pips trade. Yes. Okay. And here we are 25 is the we are above the London close. We don't want to risk much, so we put the stop loss. You've already tapped again break even, so we put the stop loss very close to the entry. We take some partials, 50%, and we let the rest run. As you can see how stupid that was. Break even. We take now how much we have. Okay, so we took already 50%. So we are closing above. So let's see the next candles. If we close back below here, I will take another partial. If we still see bullish action, okay. So I take another 50%. Okay, as you can see, I just got distracted by the noise I was myself trying to avoid. As you can see here, now we have only very, very small size here. So I leave 45 pips, which is 3 to 1, and TP to the next key level. How stupid that was. I could have got from this trade, nice 30 pips, 80%, and then as usual. Okay, very nice. As you can see, we are now up 70%, 70 pips. And we have the TP and the key level. We'll leave the TP there, but we are not allowing to take our profits. Okay, TP and the key level, not 8 yet, 80 pips. Now here, I take the full TP, and just take here. And we got stopped out. Okay, that's fine. This was a nice, really nice trade. Would have been 96 pips, of course. As an intraday trader, in 1 hour and a half, we could have got 80 pips, but we don't know if price retrace. In Insight was very clean, but as you can see, I got sort of this was an extra trade that I took, so it was kind of not the best emotionally point of view. But as you can see, that was really, really nice. Let me just put it on chart. This was a really nice trade, as you can see, not really visible, whatever. Let's conclude with, as you can see, we are up 10% after 16 trades. We had loss, loss, win, loss, win, win, that's 9.94% overall. We are up 6% of the day. We could have avoided easily this loss at prior to New York Stock Exchange opening, and with this strong resistance that support. This one was the winning trade, blah blah blah. So that is fine. Okay, let me just close this. Just close this. Let me take print, and see you guys next time.